Good, stretching open your chest, looking around the turn. That's it. Putting your eyes where you want his body to go. Little extra bend. And this is particularly challenging. It's on a side of a hill here. Keep both legs pulsing on and off in the rhythm. Good. Look to the last pole on the black where you want to finish. Yeah, there you go. And wide hands. No quick fixes, just gently in a rhythm, guiding his body into the bit, into the bridle. Yeah, good choice. Yep, stretch your heels down so you don't always use the spur. There you go. It's there if you need it. A little extra bend. Good job. Tickling those left fingers. Yes, that was my favorite one. Good. Spiral out into the trot. We'll go around the fan the first time. And then when you come back, we'll plan on doing the outside circle, the biggest circle, 2 steps in between each pole. Good. So here you're just establishing your nice pace. Shoulders on top of hips. There. Hands wide. So you can really feel when things change. Yeah, good. Good. Very balanced. If you feel any stiffening or straightening in his jaw, that's where you're going to do the spongy or piano fingers on your left hand. Yeah. Much better by the last one. Now careful you don't try and get a little quick through there. If I'm being super picky, he got a little faster. Yes. Oh, all right, that was the winner. Good boy. Well done. Circle around the fan one more time without going over the poles. Now we're going to do the smallest circle, the black one that is all the way to the inside. So that means smaller circle, more bend, while still pushing him forward in the rhythm. That's it. There you go. No worries. It gives us information when it doesn't feel or look perfect. That just means it's slowed him down a little bit the first pull. So here in the rhythm, leg, 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 girl. So we're starting at the walk here. Good. And so when you feel him come behind the bit, that's where both legs are going to pulse on and off in the rhythm. So using this exercise to really find that middle ground where they're in front of the leg but not tense either. So as you go up the hill a little bit here, you're pulsing on, off, on, off, on, off. Yes, better. And by the end of that walk, you start to really get him on the aids. Legging on. Good, good. So the poles do tend to slow him down, right? So you want to keep your leg a little extra strong over the poles as long as you don't change the rhythm of it. It works out great. So you start to go a little uphill here. Your pulse might get stronger, but it stays the same. That's all right. You just said, all right, a little too strong there, kid. There. One more, looking up and around the circle. We know it's right when they kind of focus and even their stride out. Good. Pulsing on and off in the rhythm. Careful not to use the spur or the whip because that'll get a stronger reaction than we might want. Better. Yeah. All right, let's head to the trot. Good, so this trot here, go ahead and circle around once. Love it, love it. Starting to establish your rhythm. We're going to do the 2 trot steps that's on the outside of the circle. So here on the blue, you're looking to have 2 steps on the biggest circle. Yeah, so that's all right. He's telling us, there wasn't enough outside leg. Horses are smart. They'll go around the obstacle if they want to. So without quickening your post, widen your hands and make sure both legs are on at the same time. Wonderful. And that's going to help our viewers at home see what happens when it just doesn't go quite right. It's a small adjustment that helps us out. Very good. A couple more times, and then he's really starting to steady and find that connection. That's all right, that's all right. Did you feel how he straightened and stiffened the tiniest bit? I'm being really picky before the first one. So keep a touch of bend all the way through. Yeah, closer, closer. Now, when we try and make those small adjustments with the hands, often it makes them even more waggly. So keep your hands wide, steady, your pose steady. Yeah, girl. All right. See if you can do that second in a row. Everything almost boringly steady. There's no variation. You're trying to get him to be exactly the same over the poles as he is around where there aren't poles. Good, one more. Hands wide. Feel every step. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good boy. All right, one more here. Then we're going to take him to the smallest circle that's on the black. There you go, there you go. Much better at the end. So the smaller circle, you're going to add in a little extra, extra bend and start to shape his body on a 10-meter turn, looking to the end of your exercise. There you go, keep looking and turning. Now watch that you're not leaning around the corners. You're going to want to keep your shoulders on top of your hips, because you're trying to help him by leading with your shoulder a little bit, but that throws his balance off. There's better. Sit more on your outside seat bone. There you go. Yeah, because as you go through the poles, you start to tilt to the inside, and that lightens your outside seat bone. So don't be tempted for those little quick fixes. Yes, much better. Unfortunately, the best way is the long and hard and slow way. Ugh, right? Oh, good job. And change directions. I know, right? There you go. So looking but not leaning. Perfect. Good boy. Way to go. Look at you. One more like that. There you've got the power and the rhythm. Yeah. No worries. He came a little bit above, not perfectly on the bit, but you were able to maintain and use the poles to get him round again. So when you feel him start to get behind the leg, just that little bit extra pressure. Yes. It's the hardest thing to change one thing and not everything. So independent aids, you can use extra leg without extra hand. Yay, girl. One circle around the fan to get organized. We're going to prepare him for his 10-meter circle on the smallest portion. So you're going to be on the black on the inside. There. Yeah, no bigger circle than that. Very good. There you go. That's all right. Turning. It's tempting to want to get too big on the circle where there aren't poles, but then it kind of bites us in the butt when we get to the poles because they're not already on the 10-meter arc in their spine. So smaller circle for the smaller side of the poles. Yes, good. So he's just barely not getting that last one step. Make sure he's spiraling in all the way. There. Looking up and around where you want his spine to go right on top of the track that your eyes are looking at. That's good outside aids. There at the end. And spiral out to a trot. We'll go around the fan the first time, getting organized. And then we'll do the 2 trot steps on the outside on the biggest circle. Wakey wakes, Henry. There you go. Hey, well done. I'd say maybe a touch more step, but we're pretty much there. Good boy. Now keep this feel, keep this rhythm. Little movements with your hands, mostly leg and balance. Your core is helping keep your post regular. Oh, that's beautiful. One more like that. Very nice. Looking up and around, finding your track. Da, 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 da. Good boy. Spiral out, going around the fan. Let's pick up your canter when you're ready. Nicely done. And we're going to look to do the outside circle, so it's like a bounce. The biggest circle. Good, looking up and around, and your leg goes pulse and pulse and pulse. Good boy. Yeah, it's all right. Keep the energy. Let your elbows flow if he feels like he's dragging on you. Yeah, that's hard for him. Good job. One more like that. Leg and pulse. Pulse and turn and pulse. Yeah, girl. Spiral out to the trot. And 2 trot steps on the outside circle. Well done. And spiral out to walk. Give him a little breather. Very good. Cool, man. Our goal is going to be to treat these like bounces, but you're going to be jumping over the largest circle, so over the blue. Staying seated in the saddle, not treating them like jumps, just like 3 steps. That's all right. Again, it just tells us he needed a touch more leg. There you go, there you go. So it's pulsing leg into hand. And pulse and pulse. Beautiful, Danny. Do that again. Looking over your shoulder to find the spot you want to guide him to. Sitting evenly, shoulders on top of hips. That's all right, that's all right. And this is a hard one because if you don't get just the right stride, either they trot or they fumble through. So treat it like you're trying to ride a distance of a jump where you ride right up to the base. Yeah, good. There you go. Looking for your distance so it isn't feeling too uncomfortable. Yeah. Oh, wonderful, Danny. Then spiral out to trot and do your outer circle with the 2 trot steps. Oh, nice transition. Good, a little bend, one more. You just got a little straight, but that's often happens with our horses, right? When they go from the canter to the trot, sometimes they get a little out of whack. Yeah, so we have to help keep the bend. Ah, sneaky, sneaky. Excellent with the extra leg, but then see how we got fast? So keep your post a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, Danny, one more like that. Boring with your post, not creative. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yay.